Hello all, good day, it is Tia, I hope all is well. I guess this will be my last video for the night. I mean, it is kind of late. I normally make my videos during the day so I get the sunlight, because I like natural light, but I thought I'd say it this time because I was thinking of saying something about what goes on when you're asleep, or, you know, what happens when you're asleep. But I guess the other day I was asleep and I thought I had this, because it's like a humidifier. What's called a diffuser, but you just put your essential oils in it and it'll diffuse a fragrance, which is cool. So then you can turn on the light if you need to. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to turn on the light part of it, and then have the fragrance going. So you can either have just the fragrance or just the light going. So this time I had both of them going. So I got the fragrance and then the background light, or the quote unquote night light on, you know, just before I go to sleep. So like if I go to sleep, okay, it'll be this little background light. So when I went to sleep, and then when I woke up, there was nothing on, because I woke up about 5 a.m. So at the time it's still pretty dark at 5 a.m. and there was no light. I'm thinking like, did I forget to put it on even though I thought about it, or was it on and it just went off? Because it's not going to go off unless you turn it off. But I just thought I'd put that out there because I found that weird. Cause I'm like, okay, well, damn, well, maybe I did forget, or maybe it was the wind. And you'll just think, I'm just saying, just start to monitor your sleep and your dreams, and even the surroundings, because yeah, you won't really know what goes on when you're asleep. Cause like once you're out, and it's almost like well, I'm sure your soul does leave you, because it's like, you ever been like in a deep sleep or a dream, and you'll be so happy that when you woke up, like, damn, I'm so glad that was a dream, and my soul's nice enough to come back. But I just say just to monitor your sleep, just because, so you can get to the bottom of if there's any other things that's surrounding you or with you other than spirits while you're asleep, you know. So I only say that because, you know, like say you can monitor your surroundings, where maybe you can notice like, well, damn, maybe I sleepwalk, or you could be like that one. I don't know if it was a male or female, but she said that, or he or she said that they were asleep and they sleptwalk to kill somebody. And but how do you hop in a car and you stop or don't stop at each light and pull up to your destination, kill somebody, and then go back home and pretend to be asleep? But that's a different case. But like I say, if you monitor your surroundings, like, okay, well, I'm asleep with, hell, even probably something surrounding the floor, like maybe like some powder or something. People normally do that too. If they live alone, they put powder on the floor, and that'll determine, hey, if somebody's been in or out of your house or in and out of your room while you've been gone, because you won't really know if it's just you there. But they put like powder or something, you know, that'll put traces of the footsteps. And I only say that just so you can monitor what's going on while you're asleep, you know. Because like I say, yeah, we know if there's spirits out there. Perhaps there's a spirit that attack you in your sleep, but, or maybe there's a person that's watching you, but it's like you really wouldn't know, because like I say, you're out of it, sleep. So like I say, it's just good to know to just keep track of your dreams and keep track of how things were when you went to sleep, and then how they are when you wake up. You know, and then therefore that'll give you the conclusion, hey, either somebody's in here, or I sleepwalk, or there's something more than just spirits in here. I don't know. I just thought I'd put that out there for whoever needs to hear it. And also too, I say monitor yourself and monitor your surroundings, because you're being monitored anyway, whether you know it or like it or not, pretty much through any device that you have that you plug in and you entertain yourself with, from cell phone to TVs, you're being monitored anyway. So I'm thinking, monitor yourself as well. So therefore you keep a track of what you're looking at and what's being monitored on you, because like I say, you're being monitored anyway. And I only say that because right now, the computer chip, the computer chip industry and the computer chip topic is coming into fruition now. Some places overseas, or some places here, I want to say Amazon, they might even be doing it now, but they're already getting into the computer chips, and this is a form of control, this is a form of monitoring, and it just hasn't fully came into fruition. It's kind of like I would say maybe like well, I guess kind of like the metaverse, well, yeah, maybe only a few people have it right now. Yeah, yeah, people are talking about it, but it's not something where it's, oh, everybody has it, you know. I only say that with the computer chip thing because it's at the rise, because they'll just say, oh, it's just a little computer chip, and that computer chip is going to make or break your life. So I say just monitor yourself just to make sure you don't fall prey to the computer chip, because once you do, it's like I guess you will be a part of the new world or the metaverse, I guess. I don't know if well, I guess it would include a chip, because if you want to fully enjoy the metaverse, you will need the brain chip, because it's like, what good is virtual reality if you can't see or feel, you know, or you know how if you have your game console, like, oh, okay, well, I have this game console that's for driving, but you can't really drive like you want to if you don't have the steering wheel. You can do it through the controller, but it is a lot better if you have the real controls for it. So I only say that because these computer chips, it's literally like it's in a pot. It's in a pot that hasn't quite boiled yet, and if it did already start boiling, it hasn't quite boiled over yet. So what I'm saying is they're getting the party started with these computer chips, to the point too now, where, mind you got these little computer chips that it can be inserted in your arm, in your head, or in your brain. And this is just supposed to welcome the new, to the point where now you have your politicians or your president. He's pretty much saying like, okay, well, let's pretty much do this computer chip act. So you have, well, I guess I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about the computer chips. All I know is it's a hot topic. It's coming soon. I mean, I guess part of it is already here, but it's not quite in your face just yet. But there's something going on with those computer chips to the point where it's like, okay, it's going to be the next, this is going to be the next rollout. And like I said, they're going to need those computer chips to enhance the metaverse and to keep better control and tabs of you. And then that'll show where you stand based off this computer chip. Because as I mentioned too, with Amazon, I'm believing they're already at least experimenting with it. What is having this piece of grain that says it looks like, or it's the size of a piece of grain, and they put it under your arm, and this will be your clock in badge. This will be your debit card. This will be your lock. This will be your key. This will be your payment. Your access code, pretty much everything that's in this rice shaped computer chip will pretty much run everything. Like, that's going to be your debit card. Like, you name it, your damn computer chip is going to do it. And that's, I want to say that would be kind of like the same thing for the metaverse. You want, I mean, I guess they already have property on sale on the metaverse, which is virtual reality. You can't, I'm not sure if you can touch this stuff, but there's no telling. But I just say, just be careful of those computer chips and just monitor yourself. Just only because you're being monitored anyway, therefore you can, at least you'll know what the hell's going on with yourself versus someone knowing you better than you know yourself because they've been watching you for over 30 years. You know, I just find that very interesting how, you know, people have time to talk about computer chips, and you can have literally a political act, like it's like a policy, I guess. That's just strictly for computer chips, and I just find that very interesting how everything is becoming digital. Now we're talking about computer chips in the middle of a quote-unquote pandemic. Now you're supposed to have outbreaks of viruses on the loose, and for some reason we still have time to talk about technology. But I don't know, I just thought I'd put that bug in your ear for whoever needs to hear, you know, about any type of strange activity that goes on with their sleep, or if you're not familiar with your sleep patterns. You know, I guess there's it's like a connection with even waking up between like 3 and 5 a.m. or maybe 2 and 5 a.m. It's like it's something about if you wake up throughout the day, or if you experience the sleep paralysis. I guess I don't know if I've experienced this before, because most of the time when I'm asleep, I'm out cold, and then depending on how good I'm sleeping, I'm like, okay, well, dang, I'm glad that was a dream, or I'm glad my soul came back. But sometimes I'll just be out so cold, and by the time I do wake up, or by the time I do come to, I'm like, oh wow, it's good to be back. Because it's like you can tell that your mind or your soul will be so far gone. It's like, I'm telling. It's another thing too. I'm gonna have to make a whole nother video, but I'm like, what the hell? do these souls do, or what are they doing while you're asleep? Because when you're asleep, you're virtually dead. It's like you're almost dead when you're asleep, or you practically are dead. And I guess you're just, while your soul is out doing Lord knows what, you're just sitting there. You appear to be unresponsive, but I mean you are breathing. But I don't know if you ever seen people really in a deep sleep. It's like you look like you're literally out. The only reason why I'm not convinced that you're dead is because you're snoring, or your eyes are still moving around, maybe somewhat behind your lids. But you'll get some people like they'll be so slumped over, like the tongue hanging out of their mouth, arm. It's just like wow, yeah. So it's kind of like I don't know. I'm gonna have to make another video on like to get to the bottom of what the hell are these, or what the hell is my soul doing while I'm asleep. Because sometimes too, when I'm dreaming, not that I'm actually necessarily having a nightmare, but it's like the dream will be so real by the time you do wake up. Like, well, damn. Well, it's good to know that was a dream, or it's good to know I was somewhere else, and that I don't know about, because I don't know where I'm at in these dreams. But anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there. As far as just monitoring yourself and just keep track of the way things look before and after you go to sleep, so you'll know what's going on.